Talk.
Tetris is a puzzle game about making blocks touch each other. No big deal, right? Wrong. Out of the millions of puzzle games in existence, Tetris is by far the most played and beloved. It begat an entire genre of things falling down and you gotta put them together games. Other games have tried to usurp its reign and become the world's greatest puzzle game superpower, but they've all failed. 30 years later, and Tetris is still the undisputed champion of the puzzle game world. What is it that makes Tetris so special? It's the same thing that makes everything special. Art! Tetris is a perfect expression of the experience of perceiving the linear passage of time and reconciling your psyche and stored memories with the present moment. We start a game of Tetris as we start our lives, as babies, in a blissful state of zen emptiness. No emotional baggage, no preconceived notions of right and wrong, a blank slate, ready to be filled with new experiences. And those experiences are gonna come, whether we're ready for them or not. Each Tetris piece as it appears at the top of our screen represents the current moment as we perceive it. We can turn that moment around in our frontal lobes, look at it from different angles as we calculate how to best integrate it into our conscious and subconscious minds. If we're skilled at fitting our moment-to-moment experiences together in an emotionally healthy way, we can prevent our peaceful, open mind space from being filled with junk thoughts and feelings that are hard to get rid of later on. Sadly, it's inevitable that as the pace of our life increases and we're given more and more difficult experiences to handle, that will start to build up emotional baggage and trauma. With less room to work with in your mind, the more anxious you become, which makes it harder to concentrate, which makes it harder to make the right decisions, which can make it harder to deal with your experiences in the best possible way. So you end up with less room in your mind because you have more emotional baggage, which makes you more anxious until bam! You're overwhelmed to the point of emotional breakdown! On the other side of the spectrum, even the most traumatized, baggage-laden mind may be able to clear itself of excess psychological weight using the proper integration of new experiences that fit just right into the person we've been shaped into. Sometimes the right conversation, the right piece of artwork, the right achievement can fit into our psyches like that long, skinny tetramino, clearing up to 4 lines of psychological crap that had been choking up our headspace. Tetris is how we experience our lives, recording the last few milliseconds of the past and aligning it with the fleeting present moment, then trying our best to make sense of it all before we eventually succumb to the limit of what time has to offer us. This is why Tetris is so popular. This is why playing Tetris has been proven to help people fight food cravings, alcohol cravings, and prevent symptoms of post-traumatic stress. It stimulates and strengthens our ability to cope with the past and present and to be in the moment. And that's why it's perhaps the greatest piece of art we've ever created. Thanks, Alexi!